Shoulder pads, flock of seagulls, and new Coke. What do these three things have in common? Well, to tell me all about it is Phil Gourlay from Hospice Wellington. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, how's it going, Ryan?
I am great today because we are talking the 80s. Specifically, we're talking Retro Royale 80s, all to help Hospice Wellington. So, can you tell me a little bit about this event? What do we have in store?
Yeah, we have lots in store. Retro Royale, we're doing a nostalgic kickback to the 80s. Actually, Hospice Wellington started in 1980, and we thought we would have a fun event, inclusive for all to come. Lots of great, exciting things that are going to be taking place. Definitely focused on the theme of an 80s thing. We're encouraging people to dress up. If you don't want to dress up, we have glasses for you. But just getting into the spirit, we'll be having lots of entertainment, music playing. We've got great foods that are going to be nostalgic, a candy bar that's got some retro candy there. And of course, a whole lot of fun items in like live auctions, silent auction, and all sorts of different types of fundraisers that we're doing that are a lot of fun.
So two things I need to bring up right away. You mentioned 80s inspired food stations. My all-time favorite cereals are Pac-Man and Mr. T, and they did not
Uh,
last the test of time. But what are some of the foods that we can expect there? Like kitschy candy and stuff like that, or
Oh, no, I mean, candy-wise, I mean, at our candy station, we have things like Nerds, we have Fun Dip, all that fun stuff there, Tootsie Pops, those kinds of things with the great commercials. Food station-wise, we also have like corn dog stations that we're going to be doing. We have some nice ice cream bar that has some ice creams that you might think of like going to the Dickie D and getting ice cream that way. So lots of fun stuff that sort of focused on putting a little 80s kick to it.
very cool. All of us here at Rogers TV are pretty big wrestling fans, and you have that like 1980s wrestling interview look going on with your background right now.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Like this is we're getting a little Macho Man inspired here, I think.
I like that you dropped Macho Man right there. But while it will be literally fun and games at this event, this is all to help a good cause. Can you tell me a little bit about what the money raised for this event will do to help Hospice Wellington?
Yeah, so all the money that we raise at all of our events that we do out throughout the year go towards a couple things at hospice. One, of course, the residents upstairs. We have a 10-bed facility that we have for people who are at end of life. And we also make sure that we're taking care of their caregivers, family members that will be coming by. We have a great kitchen there, lots of supportive programs. We also do things throughout the Wellington County to help with people who are caregivers who might need some visits in home, and just make sure that they are being taken care of as well. This year, actually, one of the things that we're doing at the event, we do a fund a need, where we bring up something that's highlighted that needs a little bit of funding, that needs a little bit of attention to raise some money for. And this year, we're doing caring for the caregiver. So lots of different support programs that we do for people before and after, if somebody has passed, to make sure that they are doing all right.
Can you get a little bit more in depth with caring for a caregiver? So what kind of special needs will this help for a caregiver? What kind of extra help do they a caregiver would have?
Yeah, I mean, I for those that have not gone through the experience of having to deal with somebody at end of life, there are definitely a lot of stressors that can come up into your life while you're being the one that having to support them. So what we're here to do is to try and help you find ways to take care of things for yourself to be less stressed about that. So some of the things that we do, we have like art programs to help you journey through what might happen once somebody has passed. We also have like yoga, Reiki, things that will help take people out of the mind of what's going on and help them sort of decompose and get themselves ready to get back to going back to the house to take care of their loved one. Or of course, they do come also to hospice when they're nearing end of life.
You know, when I was there a few months ago at the hospice, it's such a beautiful place. And, I think a lot of people look at the hospice as this you know, death happens there, so it's depressing. But it's a very uplifting place where people go for help. I know my grandfather got help from Hospice Wellington about 30 some, almost 25 years ago, and it was a big deal for me to come back there and do some great work with you. But as much as you know, we're talking about the hospice, we're talking about a fun night. Tell me
Oh
more.
yeah.
Retro Royale 80s. When, where, and how much is it going to be?
Definitely. So Retro Royale is taking place at the Delta in Guelph. So right there on Stone Road. And it is 120 a ticket to go, or if you can get a table of 10 together, it's only $1,000 to go. So that is a $200 savings there. So if you got 10 friends who want to get excited and enjoy the 80s, that's a fun way to save some money. And It's February 15th, Thursday, February 15th. So it's a weeknight. We're finding weeknight events, so people are really enjoying that. So people can have their weekends still come out. It starts at 6 o'clock, probably will be ended around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And as I said, lots of different fun little events. One of the fun things that we're doing this year, we're having sort of like a Price is Right game called the Price is Retro. That comes with your ticket. If you get drawn, you come up on stage, can win some fabulous prizes, and one person will walk away with a big prize as well. We should also mention that we do a golden ticket event, and what that is when people buy a ticket for a golden ticket, if their ticket is drawn, they get to steal one of the live auction items before we start the live auction, which is really fun.
All right, last question. For people out there who might not know much about Hospice Wellington, why do you think we should go out and help you?
Definitely. If you don't know a lot about hospice volunteering, first I would say make sure you are learning a little bit about hospice. As you mentioned before, it's not really. A lot of people get the impression that it is a sad place to go. It's not a sad place to go. It's a great place to help support. There's a lot that comes with somebody that might be passing away for a family to deal with, and so it's definitely important to go to. And if you are coming to this event, you're helping so many people in the community, so many people throughout Wellington County who do depend on these services. So we really appreciate it. And also, it's a fun event. You're going to have a great time. We promise you that. There's lots of fun stuff. There's takeaway stuff that you'll get to take home. And we're really going to be nostalgic. You're going to go back to a bit of a time that you're going to be like, wow, this was a lot of fun for an event. So, definitely, we want you to come out.
Oh, and last question for real this time. How do we find out more information about the event?
Definitely. So, best way to get there, the fastest, the easiest way is to go to hospicewellington.org. And you can go to our events section there, click on that, and it will take you to our Retro Royale page. There you can buy tickets, you can learn more about the caring for the caregiver, as well. There's a lot of information about the event.
All right, beautiful. That's Retro Royale 80s, February 15th, Delta Hotel on Stone Road. Bring your Rubik's Cube, rock your mullet, crank up the bangles, and visit hospicewellington.org for more information. Phil, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Ryan.